Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And I'm joined by the Analysis at Anfield representative, Liverpool representative, Matt Dunn. Saint is in the building. Yes, Saint, what are you telling me, man? You good?
All good, brother. Oh, I just realized I ain't got a mic. Let me fix that. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
I'm blessed up. I've been sitting there chilling, bro. Like, oh, great.
So good. We're here, people. We are here. Please keep all your comments and questions, Manchester United or Liverpool related. Please make sure you do that. Manchester United or Liverpool related. Let's bump up the likes as well. Make sure we do that. Let's bump up those likes. Please share this across all the socials. On top of those two things, subscribe to the channel. So hit the like button, share it across the socials, and subscribe to the
Hey, the
channel.
growth has been mad, bro.
Yes,
big up my guy, bro. The growth has been mad. So come on, continue that. Let's. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. Hit the likes. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get things cracking. Let's
get things cracking. A lot to discuss, people. Obviously, Manchester United drew 2-2 against Sevilla at home.
Capitulated.
We're gonna talk about it.
Cool.
This is this guy in eighth talking about capitulation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whole season's been a capitulation, mate. I don't think we capitulated, but we're gonna get
2
into that.
goals.
Of course. Now I wouldn't say we capitulated though. Did you see the goals?
I know, but still, man.
That's not a capitulation. We didn't play well.
2-0 up, bro.
Yeah, we didn't play well. Even at 2-0 up, we weren't playing well. That's why I wouldn't call it a capitulation. It's not like we was bopping them off the park. We didn't play well. Apart from the first 15, 20 minutes. And then after that, I'm like, even if on the watch along in the second half, I'm like, this is bad. Like the performance was awful. But Sevilla were that shit, they offered nothing going forward. And then they scored a deflected on goal. And then scored another deflected on goal. I'm saying it now. Of course, Marcel thinks it's a capitulation. You know what I'm saying?
Just call it what it is, bro.
I wouldn't call it capitulation. That's not me. I wouldn't say so.
But I hear that. I mean, and the only reason I say it was a capitulation is because I didn't watch the last 2 minutes. Like I didn't watch the last 5. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, so what the hell what happened there? I had to watch it back. So I was like, raw. But yeah, listen, we'll get into it.
We definitely gonna get into it.
We're jumping the gun.
Big up to Dennis. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the majority of the questions will be on that. I'm sure you lot will have questions on Jude Bellingham as well in regards to what came out over the past few days as well, the rumors. Peter G, big up Ravi, big up to Ravi, big up Reese as well, big up to Marcel in the cut as well. You know what I'm saying? No, don't hit me with the I tried to tell you, man, prediction. Because when we were 2-0 up, you was in the chat talking about, yo, Sevilla is shit. This is not what we're doing. No. You know what I'm saying? One in the win column. No, absolutely not. Big up to United for life. Big up to Steve as well. Big up to United Devil also. Any questions? Like I said, you lot have a field to get in. Ain't trying to sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? And that it wasn't a capitulation. They scored 2 deflected on goals.
So talk us through the game?
Oh yeah, so talking about just a poor performance.
Yeah, why?
Because we're not that good, fam. That's why. That's what it is. When I better play, I'll go first.
Yeah, at home in the quarterfinal, B.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, did you not watch us at home in the quarterfinal against Fulham?
Yeah, no, that was bad. But that's FA Cup, G. This is European nights, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, cool. I Fulham a bet, but I Fulham a better side than Sevilla. Yes. And they bopped us off the park. Yeah, ain't even arguably Fulham are better than Sevilla. I would say so. But back to my point is I've spoke about this team in regards to when our better players don't play well, we struggle. Varane went off at halftime. Martinez eventually got injured. Eriksen didn't start. Casemiro was rusty, and you could see that because he hasn't played in about a month.
He did the rusty.
Yeah, Casemiro looked rusty outside of Sabitzer, Anthony early on. Who else really played well? I'm saying in that. Malacia wasn't good before the mistake for the first goal. Malacia wasn't really good. And normally defensively is his strong suit. That's his point. You know what I'm saying? That's his strong suit. That's his strong point. He wasn't good. Martinez was cool. Martinez I have no issues with. Hopefully the injury is not too bad. Varane was okay. Wan-Bissaka was okay. But like I'm talking more so the midfielders than that. Like Bruno did well for the first goal. Did well for the first 20 minutes, then disappeared. We had no control in the midfield. And even when Eriksen came on, we got a little bit of more control, but that's it. There was nothing more than that. That's what it is. I've spoken on this before. Our performances are worrying, and I thought, not that we turned the corner, but we'd perform well at home again. Because we had that poor performance away at Newcastle. We played Brentford, and I was like, oh shit. Played well against Brentford. Played even better against Everton. I'm like, okay. And then these players just reverted back to type. Reverted back to their levels. And why I'm so critical, and why when we talk on this show, or I talk on any show, about wanting a whole new team. I don't need games like this, even though we should have won today. Don't get it mistaken, people. My energy remains the same and remains consistent about these players overall, that the majority of them are not good enough. Well, he said we need 6 new first teamers. There's a reason I say people are like, oh, we don't need new fullbacks. Yes, we do need new fullbacks, but I don't need today to show that. Like I said, Wan-Bissaka was okay today. Malacia wasn't good today, but I would still keep Malacia. But if United are trying to go to that next level, we need better fullbacks than the ones we currently have. Midfield's been an issue. We all know about Manchester United's midfield issues. We all know about Casemiro. Like I said, a month off, he was rusty. I kind of get that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get that. Sabitzer was fine today. Bruno. I'm saying, was good for the first 10, 15 minutes, got a very, very good assist, and then did nothing afterwards. There's times when he's getting caught on the ball because he's just not agile. Strong paws, but he's just stiff.
Yeah,
strong
man,
paws.
Stiff.
He's just big paws. He's just stiff. Anthony was bright. Even in the second half, Anthony hit the post. You know what I'm saying? And that was unfortunate at 2-0. But I still need to see more. Great ball carrier and everything, but I still need to see more. Sancho. Big fan of Sancho. Flying to deceive again. I'm saying. Two good performances in a row. I'm like, all right, back that up with another one. Martial, when he got the ball, was fine. I'm not going to criticize Martial because every time the ball went up to him, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, Martial looks alright still, not gonna lie. He was fine.
Every time we got the ball up to him and we was in attacking areas, he was fine. I have no issue with that. We just didn't get the ball into him enough. And then the subs showed the weakness of the squad. Our subs were Maguire, Eriksen, Maguire, Palestri, Alanga, and I'm missing someone. There's one more. Weghorst. It's not good enough. Take Eriksen aside. Eriksen aside. So Palestri, Alanga, Weghorst, Maguire. And people say, yo, why do you need a whole new team? Look at what we're bringing off the bench. And like you alluded to, saying it's not Champions League, Europa League quarterfinal. So Europa League quarterfinal, and that's what we're bringing. And it's not like we're down to the bare bones in terms of injuries. It's only Rashford that's injured. Rashford's the only one missing. And that's the 5 we are bringing off the bench. Whether we put Alanga and Weghorst on too early, they should not be the solutions. Whether we're up 2-0 or down 2-0, or we're winning 5-0 or losing 5-0. And yeah, Farmer Red, that's why I'm not overreacting. We're still going through in this tie. I already tweeted that out.
You booked them. You booked them in the next game.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Hopefully not, but I think you will.
Yeah, we couldn't have been any worse today, and they created nothing. They scored 2 deflected goals.
Yeah.
But that's on us. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. You create your own luck. This is why I never complain, even though both goals were unlucky on our part. If we perform better, those things don't happen. Man's heading the ball wide. It's hit Maguire's head and gone in. That will never happen. That shit was like head tennis. The Malacia one is literally ricocheted off Malacia, hit the hair and gone in. But if Malacia deals with that initially like he should, we're not like that. The second goal kind of unlucky because we were down to 10 men at that point. Because we'd made all the subs and then Martinez got injured. And that's why I'm not as poor as Maguire is. I don't think he was that bad today, number 1. Number 2, that's not his fault. That's not his fault. We need to perform better. I always put it on my own team. I'm like, what did you, man, do? And that's what it is. And I wouldn't go as far as to say we played well in the first half. We were okay and we were decent in the first half. You know what I'm saying? And then the second half, we perform poorly. Like, that's legit what it is. And again, to Marcel, during that game, you had no faith in Sevilla. You talking about, I didn't know they were that shit. Back when they're 2-0 down. Word to Michael Jordan, it's easy to talk shit when you're 20 points ahead. Talk shit when you're 20 points down. Man only wanted to sing when they're winning in that. Because you disappeared during the watch, you know. Same way you disappeared after you got booked by Madrid, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying? And this is not what we're doing. If you was there during the game, I'd give you your props and say, you know what, you called this. When we were 2-0 down, you weren't screaming 2-2. Let's not do this, man. Please. Let's not do this, people. You not get any questions in as well. But it's good to see United fans in the chat expecting us to do the business in the second leg. Will it be tough? Yes, because of the players who are missing. It could be a Maguire Lindelof thing. That's not ideal. But Bruno suspended, which means the midfield will be Eriksen, Casemiro, Sabitzer, if all are fit. And I've wanted to see that I've wanted to see that. And now I think we'll see it. And I like that as a midfield free. Don't matter who's the 2 6s and who's the 10.
Yeah, Sabitzer look good as well, though.
Sabitzer's been playing well.
Yeah,
he's been a bright point. Yeah, Sabitzer's been a bright point. You know what I'm saying? Martial's back fit, so that's good. He's played a few games, like 3 games in a row now. He's played part. Anthony's looking good. Sancho needs to step up. Malacia was poor today, but overall, Malacia's he's had a good season. So yeah, I don't worry about that. Not in the slightest. But yeah, people, like I say, United fans, I'm not going to overreact. It was a poor second half, man. Poor performance. Big up UK Drilly and that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Marcel, my bad. I didn't even read your super chat. I missed it. I genuinely missed it. If you super chatted, whatever the comment was, I'll get to it. But my apologies. If I missed any super chats, I apologize. Flawless, so you're saying you're worried about the Brighton FA Cup, right? Yeah, that's a concern. You know what I'm saying? That's a concern. That is. Oh, you're in the chat the whole stream. All right, I stand corrected. My bad. But if I missed your super chat, I apologize. But UK Drilly, big up for the super sticker. And yes, I am concerned about the Brighton game because Brighton are a good team. And Brighton can beat you if you're on an off day. So, of course. And without Rashford, I was already concerned. Now, without Martinez, I don't know what the report is on Varane. I'm definitely concerned, without doubt.
And without that Tottenham loss, which they should have won, to be fair, like they've been on a good, they've been on a good trajectory as well. So yeah, you can't. Zerbi's a good manager, man. So yeah, you can't. Yeah, man.
You lot, over 70 of you lot in the building, man. The likes is way too low, though. We're only at 21 likes.
Come on, man. Roll up them likes, bro.
Come down to 40 likes. What we doing, man?
Expeditiously, bro. Not like that. Facts. Come on, man.
Don't put them likes. What we do?
What we doing out here, bro?
Man. And hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, Marcel, again, my apologies if I didn't get to your super chat. Whatever your comment was, let me know and I'll get to it now. I don't know what you said. My apologies. Alpha says Europa League obsession will end our season. We need to get out of this competition. FA Cup must be the priority. Need to stop Manchester City from winning the treble. Why is Manchester United's priority Manchester City's success? That makes no sense to me.
And you know, like you ever play Connect 4? You know,
yeah.
Like when you're playing Connect 4, like the key is to try and set traps so that like you put the player in a position where if they put one down, you could still end up winning in the next one. Mm-hmm. Like you end up getting the FA Cup and stop City winning the treble, and they win the Premier League and they do the treble. That like brother,
they could still do a Champions League double. What does difference it make?
They could do a Champions League double. They could do Premier League treble. Like they could do, bro. They got too many too many balls over the pockets. Pause. Do you know what I mean? Like. It's mad, like it's crazy, bro. So you just gotta end up doing your thing. Your success can't be defined on the next team. Like you just gotta do what you're doing. And the European trophy would in any capacity right now be, do you know what I mean? Be decent. So
facts, no, exactly that. And the other thing is there's 3 games for the rest of this competition. 3 games to me is not making that much of a difference. It's a quarterfinal, second leg, potential semi-final of 2 legs, and a final. So it's 3 games. So why are we sacrificing the Europa League to win the FA Cup? That makes no sense. Now, if you're sacrificing the Europa League to win the Premier League, I get that. That makes sense. But I'm lost. I don't get that thought process at all. I'm super lost. Super duper lost on that. I really don't get it. Yeah, sure. Easier to win the Europa, absolutely. I'm not letting one result do that. Because I know Alpha weren't talking about that when United were 2-0 up. We need to get out of this competition. No, just classic overreaction. Like I've seen people, not so much on here. Actually, I've seen some people on here and people have mentioned Ten Hag subs. The players were 2-0 up. See that out. That's what that is. I'm saying they're 2-0 up against a poor side. They're still a poor side.
You need to see that out. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit of a capitulation. Because regardless of how poor you're playing, you're better than them. You should be seeing that out.
We should. But how many times are we going to see these players in games and this type of stuff happens, like poor performance, not necessarily results, and people go, right, these players are just not it, which they're not. I've been saying this for the longest, and that's not an overreaction to this game because I was livid about the performance before it went 2-2.
Yeah.
I was livid. I was like, this performance ain't up to scratch. I'm saying it's really not.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I didn't have the comments on. It's all good, bro. No worries. You didn't turn the comments on, so you didn't see it. Yeah, man. Anytime. If I miss any super chats, just tell me in it. All I said was Desmond 2-2 blood. Before I called it before the game, so hold that. Y'all bottled it at home. We didn't kind of bottle it, but we move. We're gonna knock them out anyway. But big up for the super chat anyway, Marcel. Initially. I'm saying salute. But yeah, that's what it is. Our performances have been like this though for large parts of the season. There's many games where we picked up wins and it's like that result has not matched that performance. Like the fact that we've only lost 7 games with some of the performances we put in, 7 Premier League games, that is people, it is criminal. And even in the Europa League, I think we lost to Sociedad, the opening game. I think we lost 8 games overall. Yeah, because we won the Carabao Cup and we're still in this competition. Yeah, and we lost in the FA Cup. So I think we've lost. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I think we've lost 8 games all season. Or it might be 9 because of the Newcastle game. But let me know. If it stays 2-2, there's no way goals. It'll go to extra time and penalties. But yeah, you lot, over 80 of you lot in the building. Big up, man. Large up.
Large up yourselves and make sure you run
man.
up them lights, man. Come on.
Let's run up the likes. Like Cam said, man, run up the likes. And normally, people, speaking of Cam, you get the United Arsenal show on the Thursday and this show on the Tuesday. But because Saint couldn't make it on the Tuesday, we switched it. That's what we do, people. Switching things around to provide content for you lot. But man have mentioned
Go on. No, transition. I wanted to be here on the Tuesday so I could sup up a lot of man's crying, a lot of man's tears and that. A lot of light-skinned tears, like, this guy.
People, I'm gonna do it at some point for you lot. I'm gonna do a crossover. I'm gonna make sure it's a United Liverpool Arsenal show. So you get me, Saint, and Cam on one show at some point, 100%. Like I'll do crossover, like the Marvel Universe people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that crossover.
Trust me, you just never know who might pop up, bro. You know, like that. Last episode. It was Lewis. You don't know who's gonna pop up in the next thing. Yeah,
Lewis popped up. It was United, Liverpool, Chelsea. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? That is a fact. But yeah, like Cam said, let's run up the likes. We're at 41 likes. Let's get up to 60 likes. And yeah, Jared, Flawless Ten Hag has managed 50 games this season, winning 35, drawing 7, and losing 8 with that team as well. I knew it was something along those lines anyway. I do. But we've spoken on it in depth. Reports came out. I don't know if you see it, say that. These are reports, people. So this is not factual, just reports. I know Ornstein tweeted
Everyone
about it.
Lost their minds.
Romanos, people lost their minds that Liverpool are now out of the running for Jude Bellingham because they didn't realize that he was going to cost as much as it seems he's going to cost. Even though to me, you knew he was going to be 100 million minimum. Reports said that because of his profile, because of the World Cup has gone up. So that's increased his value. So they're now currently out of the running. But your thoughts on the reports, first and foremost, Saint, and what we heard.
Anyone that watches our show should know Wagwan. I've been called this, been said it. I don't understand. Our club is evidently run by a bunch of morons. It's evident. It's not even me. This isn't me being harsh. This is evidence. Because if by what you're saying is true, that them man there are like, now we realize that he's gonna be peas, that doesn't make any sense. It's moronic. It's moronic, bro. Like I could have told you this when man heard that their plan, and I didn't know that this was true, but this was way back. Man started trying to jerk off Jude Bellingham. Like I said, well, hold on, yeah, pause. I said, hold on, yeah. Well, I don't even know, like, if it was pause, that the way they were trying to go on was actually kind of literal, like, doing up madnesses, yeah? Trying to lips each other on the pitch and that. This was early on, yeah? I said, this is a bit crazy. This was way before Qatar, bro. Because I said, man's going to go. I said, regardless of what England do, I can already tell he's going to be the standout performer. He's going to do well. That's going to elevate his price. I said this way before the World Cup was even like, and I'm not sitting here like I'm so brainy and this is why you must be a moron because you run our club. You run the club and you didn't have the foresight to see this. But me, I'm bunning zoots, you know, I'm bunning zoots, bro. Like, I'm actually like a habitual weed smoker doing up part-time YouTube, but I have the foresight to see what's going on here, bro. Like, this is mad, bro. This is mad. Said this from time. This is why I also said, this is why people who have been watching this know that man ain't chatting shit, man. Then said this.
Yeah, you did say this. Yeah. You have been saying this about Bellingham.
Been saying this from time. It was that thought process that led me to the point where I was like, I don't want Bellingham. Man don't want Bellingham. Because if by any chance, these men are able to cough up the monies that would be needed in order to get Bellingham, please know that you ain't getting nothing else. You're getting freebies. You're getting bare, like, you're not
like a
getting
Gavi or a Mount or something. Actually, that Mount will cost money. Yeah, Mount, because he's
Mount
not his
will
last
cost
year.
money.
Yeah, Mount,
do you understand? Like, with wages
right.
as well and all of that.
Wages,
do you know what I'm saying? You're
I
getting bare, like, bare man, like, and so I already said that. I already said long. And I said this time ago. I was saying this early on when we started the concept of it. Like, these are like 2-3 weeks into our show that I was saying this. Like, don't make no sense, bro. Man are talking about every single I like that part-time YouTuber, full-time smoker. Trust me, that you know, like that, and on this Mystic Meg apparently as well. Must be, because I'm the only one that's. What kind of nonsense, brother? What kind of dumbness is this, bro? Like, it don't make sense. It's embarrassing for these man. Not for, like I said this already. I said it's embarrassing for them, not for man. I already said this. It's embarrassing for you, man. Every single day, every other day. Oh my God, new links. My Jude is coming to Liverpool. Oh my God, new Liverpool front runners. Like every single day, bro. These men are, Jude. All we need is Jude. We got Jude. Well, in order to get better, considering we've already got Jude, all we need now, you idiots, bro. You're dumb. You Chiefs, bro. Absolute Chiefs, bro. That's why I said what I said. I wasn't saying it to be facetious. Them man were metaphorically tugging man off. It was outrageous, bro. I felt embarrassed for my own fan club.
Are you not embarrassed?
I was embarrassed, bro. Like, what's going on? These man, look at the state of our club, and these men are like, this light-skinned 19-year-old is the Messiah. He's gonna do it, bro. I said, what is this, bro? About war chest, bro. War chest, you got a pigeon chest, dude, man. The quicker you lot see it, the better, bro. About, bro. Yeah, man, mad thing. You know the only good thing, the one good thing that this might have is,
cool.
It might now, like I said, these man, certain man, regardless of how they were thinking that, smoking spice, whatever, they were really under the illusion that we were getting Jude. And
then, man did think he was getting Jude.
Oh, bro. Like I said, I was talking to man are talking to me. I'm like, yo, what do you reckon we need next season? Well, okay, so we've got Jude. So we need. I said, sorry, before you go on, what did you just say? Like, no, I mean, he's done. Like, the Klopp wants him. He's done. Like, that's not a problem. So what the fuck is this? You know what, like, bro, the madness that man's talking. Flawless has frozen. Bro, look at the nonsense. Look at what he's done to my man. What a mad thing. I said crazy.
My bad, yo. You made me mash up my set,
Bro,
yo.
this is what I said. Mash up the whole
That
thing,
made me
bro.
mash up my set, yo.
This is
My shit fell off
the
the
nonsense that people are talking. I want to mash man up. I'm just looking at man like, okay.
I mash up my set, yo.
All right. So like these man really, really thought like these top reds and that they thought that it was that. And the fact that now it is so blatantly what was obvious is now become even more obvious, whatever the case may be. Cool. They now really are like, oh, raw, we really need to look at our management, you know, like they really let us down, like, all right, like, you know, like, so however you get there, innit? Even if it whatever, but it seems like them man are now there, and them man are actually like raw, like. It's crazy. I said this from time, bro. The money's, if you're really talking that piece, you could go and because the splash it out, bro, on like, bro. And then you know what pisses me off? All the man that we're linked with, yeah. Then, Mateus Nunes is high on Klopp's list. Man, when now you're now talking, you could have signed man early, yeah. You were there. You were there doing up fellatio, yeah? But you could have signed man early. Now he's going to cost 60 mil. Casados, it would be lovely. Casado's not going for any less. He re-signed, he's 80, 90 M's, bro. So all of these man that you, like, I don't get it. You could have actually, if you had a plat, we're run by morons. I don't want to hear man talking about who would I take. I'm not giving no fantasy, brother. It's gonna be Tielemans because he's a freebie. It's gonna be like Mason Mount will be our big, like, do you know what I mean?
So you think you're gonna get You think you're gonna get Mason Mount?
Probably. I reckon we probably will, but that will be what people thought. Like that will be the summer side
because that was the report. The reports that came out that said Mount and Conor Gallagher, they're the two like backups to Jude Bellingham if you don't get Jude Bellingham. That's what these are all reports.
We'll probably end up doing like a Tielemans, Gallagher, and Mount, depending how much that is. Like obviously Tielemans free, and I reckon we can get, like I said, it's just wages, isn't it? Do you know them ones there? Like we got to try and see what I've got. That will probably be our summer, which is, bro. This is what I'm trying to wake man up. Like this is what, bro. Like their bars are way high, bro. Like big man, you're gonna have to just bring that down, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, trust me. So why man are crying? I don't know. Man are talking about, now we really need to look at our FSG. We've been needed to look at FSG. It puts more pressure on FSG this summer, though. But like, do you know them ones there? I like that. So I do think that.
Okay, yeah, I get what
it does put more pressure on them to be like, listen, even the top reds now are looking at them like, yo, Wagwan, innit? Like, let's see Wagwan, innit? But again, like, it's moronic ownership, so I don't know why you're looking at that. But can I just start out and say, big up my team, innit? Because I've been cornering my team for a while. Like, it's been, and it hurts me, bro. It's like calling your son or something. Do you know them ones there? Like every day, you say they're idiot because he actually is. It's not. You don't want to say it. Like, it's just. It's like, man,
idiot. It's like a family member. You're like,
you just, bro, you're a dickhead, isn't it? Like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but you actually are. Like, it's my team, bro. Like it hurts.
Been there.
Can I just say, for once probably more than the 7-0,
Oh yeah, shit. We've not discussed that because that was going to be the topic of conversation. But I get to it. I forgot we've not spoke since you drew against Arsenal. But go on.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think what was probably. I actually do think I'm going to say this one still probably more than the 7-0, because the 7-0 came out of nowhere. It was a bit like raw, and Man United fans weren't really chucking it to man beforehand. Do you know what I mean? We just kind of went into the game and it was like, oh shit, like you man battered us. Like, cool. This one, like
because of the Arsenal fans. Got you.
Fam? Oh, brother. Like, I'm from Northwest London. So these guys, like I said, I would have been an Arsenal fan. Easy. I love these guys, but I hate them, bro. Like, and they just realized why I hate, because for so long, because we've been so out of we ain't been no threat to
We ain't
man.
been on,
We ain't been even close. So it's been nice to be able to sit back and watch Arsenal and man, you man do the thing and boom, boom, boom. And then we collide, and then I see the Arsenal that I hate, and the disrespect, the chest, the vim. It was outrageous. Like, it was outrageous. Like, it honestly was just so disrespectful. And I thought, raw, like, for a man that I don't even see my team through rose-tinted glasses, I know how dead we are. You can't chat about us like that. Like, just totally. And then, and I'd been called it, you called it, we both called it draws. We saw it. Like,
I've stated on record, I don't want even credit for predicting that right, because it wasn't based. There was no footballing logic behind what I was saying, apart from the fact it was at Liverpool at Anfield, and I've seen this before.
You couldn't have been any footballing logic because it was mad. What footballing logic he placing that on? Like, that was just me. That's what I said. I said we'll go. I know us. I know what we're like. We ain't gonna drop points at us. Like, I just know. I said that. Like, and I was right. We were both right. Cool. But the way that your vim was so much, and the draw absolutely eroded, man. Them man, they were, we've lost it now. Oh my God, we've lost. I said, what the fuck is going on here? What happened to the big chest? Like, what's going on?
It was the manner as well. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It was the manner, and not only was it the manner in terms of them, they should have been outside being 2-0 up and in control of the game. The Zinchenko mistake even though it was great skill by Trent.
Zinchenko's getting duppied by Trent.
It was Trent's reaction on the bench,
bro. All of that. It was what's his name? Xhaka doing up Xhaka. Bro, it was just raw. I just thought, you know what? Yeah, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I really do. I was happy. I was really just happy for my team. I was proud of my team. In actual fact, we should have won that. We had the better chances. Yeah, man. And it's not often that I come out here and I actually say, yo, you know what? Like,
just to clarify before you continue, anyone talking rubbish in the comment section will be blocked. Just putting that out there. Like, outside of football, me and Saint are cool. So let me just clarify that, people. As much as there's a footballing rivalry, me and Saint talk outside of this. We're cool. So, like, you lot, anyone talking rubbish in the comment section, keep it football related. You know what I'm saying? And that. Sorry if I'm going carry on.
Nah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually too high to even see the comments, but
say nothing. Man just talking rubbish like we ain't cool outside of this. Like, it don't go beyond football with me and you. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Bro, bros, bro, you dumb. Like,
like, we done outside of this, but yeah, go on, fam. Carry on.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was just happy, bro. Like, the vim that the Arsenal fans were coming with, it was just like, I was like, whoa, okay. Like, and like I said, like, we definitely should have come out of that. We should have won that. You should have won that.
You definitely should have won that.
You should have won that. And there's very few times, like I said, I don't think there's very many times I've come out and been like, yo, in actual fact, like, we really,
you was the best side.
Yeah.
I fully hear that. You lot continue to get your questions in, continue to bump up the likes. We've gone over 50. Big up to you lot.
Come on.
Up to 70 likes as well. Continue to subscribe as well. Salute to you lot, because you have been actually subscribing. We're aiming to get to 6,310 people. That is the aim, and we've hit it. So we're aiming 5 more. 6,315. There's over 80 of you lot in the building. Hit the subscribe button. All we're looking for is 5 new subscribers, people. Just 5. Again, continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related. And if you super chat, I will get straight to them as well. And where the super chats are, StreamYard have just added a super chat section. So I will not miss any more super chats.
I know, I thought that as well. I just seen that. Yeah,
I just seen that popped up during the show. When we started the show, that wasn't there. They've just added that now. Yeah, they've just added that now. That wasn't there at the start. So yeah, any super chats, people, I will no longer miss, because for those that, obviously the majority of you lot don't know how StreamYard works. You've got a live section, you've got a starred section, and then now there's a super chat section. So that's what it is. So I have the comments here on the right-hand side of the screen, people. Let's see where this is.
Big up Marcel, I even forgot that. You know, I was thinking of the Canate chance, but I even forgot my man missed the penalty. Yeah. Crazy.
He had another question as well. I forgot to. But he was asking actually about Nunes that you mentioned. He's saying, Marcel, I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying he don't really rate him too tough. What's your thoughts on him?
Do you know what? I don't rate him as much as they're trying to say that Klopp rates him. I think he's sturdy, and I've always thought that. I thought he would have been a good addition. Might be an unprepared, but I don't rate Matheus Nunes. I've seen enough of him already, but I don't think he's the one. He's overrated. No, I actually think he's all right. I think he's sturdy. I don't think he's definitely not overrated. If them man they're entertaining, paying the P's that he's now going to cost, having now moved to Wolves, crazy. I think for what Klopp would have, he's mobile. He's got an engine, and he's intelligent. That's all Klopp really needs. Do you know them ones there? Like, they don't need like technicians and all of that. Like, so I don't know, but yeah, it's a bit of both. I probably rate him more than you're saying, but I definitely don't rate him as much as what Klopp's saying in it. Like, if those rumors are true. But in terms of your other thing, in terms of what do I think of Salah penalty taken?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah, that was outrageous, bro. He needs to come off penalties, bro.
That's what he's asking.
He needs to come off. But the thing is, like I've said this before, the things that I like about Klopp in terms of I would like him as a bridging isn't the things I like about him as a manager. A man is way too loyal, way too. Man ain't trying to hurt man's feelings and that, and you know them ones there, and yeah, bro, like it's all long, bro. So personally, nah, bro, out of here, bro. Like. Put Fabinho on there. Like, Flacco ain't missed the penalty. Do you know them ones there? It's big man thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, man, we will see. Again, you lot continue to get the questions in as well. Hey, disabled team, I seen the comment you dropped, so good to have you back in the live streams, but big up, man. Keep supporting. United Devil says, fair play, flawless. How do you look so fresh after Sevilla? What was that? Fouled us to losing. What is this? To losing the second leg, I'm fuming. Sevilla, yeah, you wilding with the rest of that. But in regards to it, we know what European sides are like. You know what I'm saying? We know what European sides are like and how they master the dark arts. The reason why it's not a question of looking fresh, of course, I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not going to do, and what rivals will try and do, and I've seen people say in the comments, people are saying it on other shows, oh, why are you playing off a defeat? Why are you not mad? I keep saying it. You motherfuckers will never see me sweat. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And I will never become a meme out here. Like, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Go elsewhere for that. I'm not here as a clown in the cage for you lot to come and laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Bad results or not. And that's what gets at a lot of people. Because someone else said earlier in the comments, oh, I Flawless trying to tough it out. I know this stinks. Of course it stinks. You think I'm not annoyed, people? You know what I'm saying? You think I wasn't livid at the time? You think I wasn't livid at the performance? Of course, go back and listen to me in the watch along when I'm talking about the performance. But like I said, you don't want me to go overboard, start dashing my hat, shouting and screaming and that. That's just not me. This is not what I'm doing. We got packed 7 by them. And people, and Liverpool fans, rather than celebrating beating us 7, we're talking about me. Not all of you lot. You know what I'm saying? There's no one here that was, but that happened. Oh, why are you trying to downplay it and play it off? How am I trying to downplay it and play it off? You packed to 7. Why are you concerned about my reaction? You know what I'm saying? So, and this ain't at you, United Devil.
Told man at the time, well, that 7, man's trying to suck the juice out of it because it's going to become so irrelevant in this. Bro, man was saying man's being now what? Irrelevant, bro.
It's like, of course, was I livid? Anytime we drop points, I'm livid, especially in that manner. Like, this tie should be dead. Same way I was livid when we played Barcelona after the first leg, and it was 2-2, ironically. And we were the better side and created so many chances, and that tie should have been dead. But I'm still looking at it like, all right, bad day at the office, but I'm still expecting us to go to Sevilla and win.
It's just their pedigree. It's just their pedigree. That's what's keeping me alive. They're at home. They love this comp. Yo, come on, Sevilla. Like, man, you're gonna be eating up paella, all of that. Like, you know, like that. Like, I feel like there's a chance, you know, like that. But when I'm looking at how they played,
They shocking, as I expected. Where we were so bad that we tried to give the game to them and they still couldn't win. Bear in mind, people, United drew, you know. We didn't lose. We drew the game. People are talking like they beat us 3-2 or they beat us 4-2. Bear in mind, one of the goals they scored was when we was down to 10 men. Unfortunately, it is what it is. They took advantage of that. But I'm just taking things into context. Like, I've always been level-headed. Maybe it's because I'm slightly older. That I take these things into consideration. The sky's not falling every time Manchester United draw or lose a match. That's what I would say, especially when we're not at the level where we should be, or where we aim to be, I should say. United should be competing for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. That's the aim. This squad is way short. How many times have I said on this show and other shows about the lack of quality in this team? I'm telling you, I would get 6 new. You know what I'm saying? We need 6 new first teamers. First teamers, people. I've already
Only
said
6.
goalkeeper. Yeah,
you
6.
man moaning at 6, bro. Brother,
6.
we need
No.
double
That's
that,
6.
man.
That's 6 first teamers. When you add in
Bro.
what we need for the squad, it's like 50. It's like 12 in total.
Here,
It's like a
hold
whole
my
11.
drink in it. Here, hold my drink in it. Right.
It is. But us mine is equally, because I think I've already said this. We need a new goalkeeper. We need another central midfielder. We need a 10. We need a striker. That's 4. You know what I'm saying? Right down the spine of the team. Adding 2 fullbacks, that's 6. And then you start adding in centre backs, and then you see it. Look at who we brought off the bench today. Hey, big up Bajan Pops as well. Love to see my fellow Bajans in the building. Love that.
Come on.
Like, look at who we brought off the bench to aid us in the game. Take Ericsson out of it. Ericsson, cool. Veghorst, Palestri, Alanga, Maguire. There's no quality there like that. No quality there like that. And that's the issue. But it takes for Manchester United to draw a game 2-2 and for those to be the subs, for people to go, right, United's team, like, we've been needed players. Don't let the good results and the feel-good factor and winning the trophy and still in the Europa League and in the FA Cup semi-final and still chasing top 4 fool you into thinking these players are better than they are. Like, this guy, this is why I say all the time when I talk about Ten Hag and be like, oh, he made his sub. What subs was he supposed to make? Somebody please tell me in the chat for people criticizing his subs. What was he supposed to do? Look at what he's working with. We don't rate none of them players. Take Ericsson aside. Quality, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and even the criticism of Malacia here today, I hear that because Malacia has been good this season. I have no qualms with him. He was poor today, but he's been good pretty much overall this season, especially defensively. I've had my criticisms and issues with him offensively. Yeah, the fact that Alanga's out there, but that's what it is. Rashford injury, Garnacho injury, and all of a sudden, we're back to, what's it called? We're back to Alanga. But why does Ten Hag keep playing Maguire over Lindelof? Because they're both not good enough. That's why. Makes no difference. Do I believe Lindelof's better than Maguire? Yes. Do I believe we still concede 2 goals with Lindelof on the pitch? Yes, the game still goes the same. If Lindelof is the difference maker, we are up shit's creek without a paddle. You know what I'm saying? No lifeboat, no Wi-Fi, nothing. And here to there, that's not how you, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're talking about Lindelof being the answer, or Fred, you know what I'm saying? Or Bruno, you know what I'm saying? Or like, these players are not good enough. They should, if they are the answer to a question, I don't like the question. Something's wrong. The question, I don't like this, man. See, just bad. You know what I'm talking about. We'll sit and argue about, not you lot. Like I said, we're all just talking football. People will sit and debate about the United team. And I've just had it up to here at this point. Like, I'm just done. I've said already, I will push the majority of these players off a cliff because they're not good enough. But I don't let us having a successful season, and we've had a successful season, blindly. They are not good enough to be first team, or some of them first team or squad player.
You would push some of your your team off a cliff, and
yeah,
a lot of the people, not all, but there would be some divisive, but a lot of man would be like, yeah, but I'll push the man off of a cliff, and all of my fan base would be at the bottom. We've got email now. Don't worry, mate.
You know what? My fan base is like that though, because you know what's crazy? People, and again, it's not mainly you lot in the chat. People will criticize me for Bruno's a prime example. Oh, people would love him. People like today's a prime example.
You know, that's why I said not all, because he was what I was thinking of. He was the actual player I was thinking of. Like Bruno's very divisive. Like very divisive.
Started well. Great pass for the first goal. You know what I'm saying? Started well, moving the ball. Disappeared. That's the captain. That's the captain at that point. Like, let's not put it on Maguire, even though he came on at halftime and took the armband. He's the captain. Okay, deliver. People are like, why are you so good? Like, someone said it was on when I did Saeed's show on the Sunday, and it was literally before the show started, and was like, Flawless is not going to get onto Flawless is finally going to be happy with Bruno. Perform. How about that? You performed well against Brentford. You performed even better against Everton. Cool. Now back that up against Sevilla. back it up against Forest, back it up against Sevilla the second time, Brighton in the FA Cup. But this man can't put performances together. You know why, people? Because he's just not that good. Simple as that. Look at today. We weren't playing. They are a shocking outfit. And it's not all on Bruno, because the rest of our players didn't do enough. But when I'm critical, people, for anyone who's watching, listening right now, or even watching this back, the reason why I'm so critical, go look at the performance of him in that game. That's a typical Bruno performance. Typical. Start well, get an assist, and disappear. Did nothing. We had no control in that game. Is it all on him? No, Casemiro was shocking today as well. Picasso shocking. But the reason why I give him a little bit more leeway, he ain't played in a month. Sabitzer was our best midfielder today, outside of the 2 goals. Anthony was bright. Sancho got to do more. Malacia was poor today, absolutely. Martinez and Varane, cool. Maguire, when he came on, cool. No issues with him. Wan-Bissaka, cool, but okay is not good enough. Good is not good enough.
Bro, when I try to tell man that, man, like, Salah is our Bruno Fernandes, probably, like, man looking to stone me. Do you know them ones there? I'm like, bro, like, Salah got to go, bro. Like, we're so sentimental, yeah, that we ain't even the type of team that would look to get someone better than Salah, because you can't bench Salah. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? You can't start someone over Salah. Like, well, if that's the case, then we need to get someone better in it. Do you know them ones that, like, it don't make no sense. This is the type of shit we're good. Oh, it's mad, bro. And I'm not saying this because Salah's a bad player or nothing like that. I don't know. Salah's my guy. It's just looking at the team. Bro, the team is mad. Like, it would be nuts. What I would like is for us to be able to have the resources in order to get someone, like I said, who would challenge Salah on the right. We ain't had no backup for Salah in 5 years. None.
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah,
none. Like, do you know them ones there? Like, none. So, like, tell me, like, you can't just, and the way we play don't make any sense. It's like, come on, man. Like, we don't get no one. We just get him isolated. We just look to just do up, like, just hit Salah. Like, he has to take on two man and recreate the Man City goal. And like bro,
pull out magic. He's always got
magic,
magic,
bro. It's mad. Like, let's, but we don't play like that. So if that's the case, then you get it.
Yeah, Fez. You know what I'm saying? And that Fez. No, I get what you say. Obviously,
you Beijing, I was only just talking about the divisiveness. I wasn't talking about anything else in terms of a player or nothing.
Oh, like, yeah, we know Salah's clear as a player, but you're just talking about how.
I'm just talking about, like I said,
the defense of him if he performs poorly.
Yeah.
It is. It's strong. And here today it says, well stated, Flawless. I agree, y'all could use 8 to 10 players, but what would you prioritize with a 250 million budget this summer? Right down the spine of the team. Goalkeeper, central midfielder, number 10, and a striker. I would go and spend 250 million on those 4 positions. Will Ten Hag do that? Whole different conversation. But yeah, like there's the 4. Like I said, I'm not blinded, and if we don't get taken over, then long old season. We're gonna have another season like this, where it's a question of the players overperforming, the results the performances not necessarily matching the results, because you will get caught out. If you continue to perform poorly, eventually you're gonna get beat. Now, Newcastle United, a Liverpool game tonight. Well, yesterday I should say technically, but they're still good enough to go out there and beat the majority because we're not playing top opposition. That's why when people are screaming, "Oh, top 4 this, top 4 that," if we can't win the Europa League, I don't want to be in the Champions League because we are going to get embarrassed. If we play like that against the top European outfit, we will get absolutely washed. If we play at that level, or if we put in certain performances, what a top side would do to us in the Champions League. We're here against poor Europa League opposition and drew 2-2 tonight. Only reason we drew 2-2 is because Sevilla are off. Because we did everything in our power to give them the game. And even on top of that, they created nothing and scored 2 deflected goals. If we play real opposition with real quality, we will get smoked. Just that this competition's not the best. Because real quality teams are not in it. If we play a Napoli, we will get cooked. We play a Real Madrid, we will get cooked. 110%. If we start playing a Manchester City and play them over 2 legs and play like that, we ain't got prep. We play them in the FA Cup final potentially, we'll get cooked. Even teams not on that level, Brighton. If we play like that against Brighton will beat us. Comfy. Comfy. You know what I'm saying? Like, comfortable. So I don't know, like, again, Peter said it best with results-based analysis. And there's a lot of that on social media. If your team gets beat, people will only criticize. When the team wins, people only want to praise. Look at the performance. Results and performances don't always match people. You can lose 1-0 and play better than in the game in which you won 2-0. You can lose and play better.
Why did I say that I weren't convinced of Liverpool after the 7-0? If they had won by less, even but played better, I would have been more convinced. It wasn't about the scoreline. I can show you a 7-0 against your rival. You should be like, yo, we're winning
winning everything.
We're winning everything. You're talking about like, no, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you're spot on, bro. Like, one thing I wanted to ask though, you said number 10 is one of the things you go and buy, yeah?
Yeah.
I ain't even put Sancho at number 10. Bro, it's clear this guy in the winger, bro.
Sancho at 10 is all well and good. I said this when he was on his way back. I think centrally is his best position. The problem is, one, the team being set up to dominate possession, so Sancho's not due. Because the thing I worry about with him in the 10 is the off the ball work. He's not gonna do. I don't want to go away to the Bernabeu with Sancho in the 10.
In this day and age, do you think that he's to say that he's not good enough off the balls? That's not just a long way of saying he's just not good enough. Because in this day and age, you can't afford to have players that aren't off the. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't.
That's fair. Maybe because I'm not saying he's not a presser, he's not a runner, he doesn't cover grass, but that's a fair point. I've had to come to Jesus talk about Sancho.
He's not pace, and he don't track, and he's not a hustler. Like Jar ain't fast, but Jar off the ball's a beast. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that. Do you see what I'm saying? Where he can compensate, and like he don't have any of those things that right now. Those attributes at its core will make a player like Henderson elite. I get what you're saying. Not technical passing, or do you know what I'm saying? So we're in that mode where it's that era. Yeah. He just ain't. Do you know what I mean? He ain't got those things, unfortunately.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I could be wrong, because if we were having this conversation last year, I would have probably said the same. No, I would have said the same about Odegaard. And you see how he's playing at Arsenal. But he has to be. If you take Odegaard out of that system,
but he did show you what last season.
No. I'm saying Odegaard. Like, if I was having this conversation about him last season, and someone was like, Odegaard, is he good enough to play in number 10? Does he have the attributes to play in a number 10 in the side battling for top honors? I would have told you no. Now I'll tell you yes, because he's proved me wrong.
I reckon. And I'm going to be honest with you, yeah? Mm-hmm. And again, this is only because of my Northwest affiliation, yeah? Because I watch them more than others. Mm-hmm. I think your opinion is tainted by the neediness of the group at that time. Because if you actually isolate it, some of the attributes in which he showed. Do you know that he just wasn't like the hustle and like he worked hard and he would. Do you know what I'm saying? But as a collective, you just said, I see? Your sentence was, do I see him playing as a 10 in a team challenging for major honors? I don't even think the second part of that sentence you even thought was realistic. So do you see what I'm saying? So I think it kind of tainted. Like, now all of a sudden you're see. Do you see what I'm saying? Now it's not.
On top of that, I didn't realize how good he was on the ball either. Obviously, that's improved this season just because of him and because of the team he's playing in. That's improved massively, but I didn't see the Odegaard. And again, I call more things running to get right. I did not see him playing like this. I never thought he would be at the level where.
Because I only say that because, like I said, I do watch Arsenal more than any other team because of that affiliation, and I got all my brethren are Arsenal fans, so I need to. If I'm gonna call, I need to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like. And I had that impression early when my brother was like, "Yo, Odegaard's," I said, "Nah, he's dead food. Like, Odegaard's dead. Like, honestly, he's dead." And before this season, it was probably like early last year. I said, "You know what? Odegaard's actually he's on stuff." Like, and that's what I'm saying, because I was able to actually see him in an isolated, see the hustle, see like I saw what he would then become, and I'm glad I called it. And I even say to him, "Yeah, you remember I did the 360 before this, in it, like, you know, them ones there, like, because I saw certain things." So that's why when you're saying that, I had to pull you up because I'm like, brother, I reckon
that's
Arsenal was so needy that, do you know what I'm saying? Like, me telling you last season that Arsenal as a group would be challenging, and you'd be like, brother, put it down. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it. A man is saying Odegaard has better off the ball attributes than Sancho. Potentially, I've said on Sancho already, talented player, super talented player. But I think it screams of Pogba. And when I say that, not in terms of levels, because Pogba's a better player, people. I say that in terms of just right player, wrong team, wrong club, wrong league. Because I think I keep saying this. You put Sancho in any other, I think you put him in any other top league in Europe, he does very well. I think
he
goes
very
back
well.
to Germany,
I agree with that. I agree with that, bro.
Spain, I think he does fine. Yeah. But I think here, where pace and power reigns supreme, like he's struggling, and it's not. And don't get me wrong, people. He still needs to be better.
Look at man, like what was the right back that they went and got? Tottenham went and got
Porro.
No.
Who? Which right back?
Was it? He played him right back. Was it left? No, sorry, was it left back? What's his name? From Italy. Now, man, are talking like he's dead food, bruv. Dead food. But before, and I was like, oh.
Right back, it's what, for Spurs, they sold him in?
Yeah, fullback. No. They sell him. Who did they get? He was keeping Jed Spence out of the team. Who was Conte playing as fullback?
Jez or no? Jez, who are you lot playing right back? Jez or no?
Who was you lot playing? Who was keeping what's it called? Jed Spence out of the team.
Was it Royale?
I was like
Doherty.
No, was it? Doherty wasn't. Doherty. It was Royale was playing, because remember Royale was playing. I think it might have actually been Doherty.
Okay.
But he was keeping Jed Spence out of the team. They were like, "Yo, he's sick." You're like, dead. Then do you know what I mean? Their fullback situation was dead. Like all I'm saying is, in this league, it's got to the position where, and like people don't want to admit it. Perisic, bro.
Oh, you're talking about Ivan Perisic, left wing back Perisic. Yeah.
Oh
Perisic,
my God,
Perisic,
the name just, bro. You know the name just goes out my fucking head.
It's calm, man. Perisic,
bro.
Perisic, yeah.
See how hard, like them man there were like Tottenham man were like, are you, bro?
Yeah. We got Perisic. Yeah.
We got Perisic. What are you talking about? We're on stuff, bro. Like, then what happened? Do you see what I'm? Then what happened, bro? Then it broke down. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, like in a different league, it's different. You look different. Like you're able to like, but when it comes down to the actual, this league will break you down. That's why I put pace, power. Do you know what I mean? Like Mane's gone to Germany just slightly too late. You know them ones there. He's gone a little bit
earlier.
He'd be laying it down, but now he's doing up injury and all of that and slapping up Sane and that. It's long. But you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm telling you, like, and I agree with that. Sancho in another league would do bits, but I just don't think he's got it. And I just think like, bro.
and that's where I'm at with it, because he's talented, and that's where it is. Because someone else mentioned it, MUFC Kojo. This is an issue, and I've had this conversation on here as well. When we start talking about what's a player's best position, what is he? That's a concern. That's a concern, because we don't know what he is. Personally, I think he's best as a 10. I do think, but I don't think he's best as a 10 in the way we are playing and the players around him. So then it's kind of like, what use are you? And he doesn't get off scot-free because he should be performing to a better level. Because Anthony's performing to a better level. And yes, he has more P&P than Sancho, but it's a new league for him. I'm saying it's a completely new league for Anthony. You know what I'm saying? New culture, new language. I'm saying with a whole bunch of new players as well.
It's not easy, you know. It's not easy,
and that's his first season, so that's why I'm giving Anthony more of a blight, because it's his first season. But second season, man, I already said about Sancho, it was make or break. Personally, in my opinion, this season he's not done it, and I had to have the come to Jesus talk and just say, "You're not it," and that's not a shot because you're.
That's not to say. People hear that and they're like, "Oh, but like that's not to say that you're not a baller, but you're just not. You just honestly like it's just not gonna work. It's just not."
To Bajan Pops, who says, how do you unlock Sancho then? I think you had... playing him in a possession-based team, but sell him, really. And I'm not advocating it.
That's the hard facts, bro.
That's
what we're here for,
I don't like
bro,
it. You know what I'm saying? But Saint's right. Like if saying, oh, United, or if a United fan was in the comments and was like, sell him in the summer, I'm not going to argue against him.
You know
because
what?
his
Do you know what it
performance
is?
is not warranting defense. Yeah, go on, fam. Go on.
Do you know what it is? Your aspirations, Flawless, yeah, unfortunately, wish they weren't, yeah, but your aspirations are much like mine. They are for the highest of the trophies, and do you know what I'm saying?
Trophies, yeah.
With that comes limited amount of space. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you have to have man that are, if you want a squad that's gonna challenge for that, you got to have man that are pushing the man that are you don't have space for man who are decent ballers, but from your own mouth have said, I don't trust him at Bernabeu, or I don't trust him. Well, he's just a space because Sancho's good and
because he's a baller, he's talented.
He's a baller, and
you can get fooled by talent because we all know he's talented. I don't doubt that for a second,
bro. If that's where you're going, you don't have the space for it, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's a luxury that you're like, you know what? What are you really like? If we've got, I don't know who you play as the 10, but an Odegaard like player, and he's blocked, do I trust you to pick up the reins? Then why are you here? Like, it's long.
You right.
But man won't hear that. Man will hear, oh, they just want to sell Sancho. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You breaking it down? Like
that's the same. That's the same as Salah. Man, just hit. You want to sell Salah? I don't want to sell Salah. Like I would like to play a different way of football and have Salah as a. But the way in which we play, we now can't afford Salah. Like we can't afford to have Salah. Like it don't make no sense. Like this man needs to. You know what I mean?
And the fact is, you're breaking. What's crazy is I'm saying certain things and you're breaking it down even further, which is brilliant. When I'm saying I wouldn't trust him at the Bernabeu, and you're saying, yo, he's not it. Where it pays because I like Sancho and he's talented. I don't like saying it, but it has to be said. You know what I'm saying in that? Like
I wish your aspirations were lower so you could have man like that in your team. So you were just doing up, like, you know what I mean? You're just happy to just do up, like, do you know what I mean? Top 4 or whatever, and bless. I would be happy, bro. I would be very happy now. Like,
and to Rizzy says Sancho needs to play on the wing, not as a can be played on the wing though.
No,
like, that's where he's been the majority.
Bro.
I think he's a better 10. I think he's a better 10.
He don't have it for the 10. Well, he don't have it for the wing, bro. I think that's the problem. The fact that like you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, bro. Wing now in our game is very important, bro. You gotta be very, very explosive. You've got to be. That's just. It is just what it is. Like, and he ain't got that, bro. Man looks fast, but he ain't got pace. It's mad. You know that what's there.
Yeah, like he can shift, but he's not, like you said, keyword explosive. He's not electric. Like you see Vinicius Jr. with like that start. Like Saint Maximum has
Mbappe. Mane at his best, Salah at his prime, like all of these players, like even Hazard at his prime, explosive. Do you know what I mean? Like because do you know what I'm saying? His dribbling was so good that it made him explosive. You need that explosion push out, like especially on the wings, bro. Like, and he just don't have it, bro. Like,
and the thing is, he's people don't get me wrong when me and Saint are saying these things. He's super because people get mistaken when I speak on him or João Felix. Sancho's super talented. I don't doubt that man's skill whatsoever. Technically sound.
Put him in a cage with any man, bro.
Oh yeah. He's skimming, man.
100%
skills, tricks, bro. But it's just the game that we live in. People.
He just isn't Phil Foden, bro. Do you know them ones there? Phil Foden is more of an
even Phil Foden has that. Yeah, he's more athletic.
Do you see what I'm saying? He's more of an athlete and was able to bring that together a bit more. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he just hasn't got the athleticism that would make him flourish.
To Bajan Pops, personally, in the 10 who I would personally want, I've said this, James Maddison. That would be my pick. You know what I'm saying? I would go and pick up Maddison, especially if Leicester get relegated. I would go and pick up Maddison. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing he can do in the 10, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? He's consistently, even Leicester not playing at their best, he's still performing. He's still performing to a certain level. He's still getting goals. He's still getting assists. I'm like, I put you with better players where you're getting more of the ball. You don't have to worry about him adapting to the league. And I don't think it costs a lot, especially if Leicester get relegated. So for me personally, Maddison. And to anyone in the chat who's like, oh, I wouldn't get Maddison. I'm saying bring me a 10. That's just my personal preference. But I want a new number 10. Same way we got linked with Frimpong. I even know what the brother looks like. I was just happy we got linked with a right back. A man are telling me that Jez and people in the chat, always pace and power. That's literally, I talk profiles now, people. I don't even talk individual players unless I've seen you in the Premier League. And I only want you in the first team if I've seen you long enough. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, go get Onana from Everton, but I'm not saying put him in the first team. No, I like his profile. Get him in the squad. Tony, I've seen enough of where I'm like, first team. Madison, I've seen enough of first team. Frimpong, man, I'm saying, yo, he's pace and power. All right, get him.
If you could have a man like Onana and what's his name, Casemiro, like with a man like Madison to just.
That's what I'm saying. You put a Cass and upgrade on Eriksen and a Madison. That's a midfield trio. That's cold.
That's a midfield trio. That's mad. I'll will brought down that's man and cut channels down. Don't worry, bro. As soon as you get it, even when do you know what it is? What Madison brings you, like fear. Do you know them ones there? Like he's good enough to lift his leg and a man draw 2 yards back. That's all of a sudden space. Do you know that one's there? Like,
I believe so.
Yeah,
I'll have to talk to Neil about it. Well, I think he takes set pieces as well for Leicester.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Just offers you like, oh, he could lash that at 30 yards, like raw. Yeah. Like we either got to close him down or we got to get back. Like, do you know them ones there? And all of a sudden he creates holes, like
and he's agile as well, people. He's agile. I've seen Bruno twice. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Bruno twice in today's game get caught because he couldn't turn. How are you a 10 and can't play on the half turn? How am I? I'm older than him and I can spin better than him. What's going on?
That's the only thing, though. Madison can, but he will bruck himself.
Yeah, that's why you then have Bruno to back him up, and you have better players around him as well.
His fitness is the only thing still.
That's why you have the Casemiro. If you get upgrade on Eriksen, not only do you have an upgrade on Eriksen, you have Eriksen there who can play in the 10.
You also need an upgrade. You also need, if you were shrewd, you also need to start looking at your Casemiro backup.
That's what Onana would be for me. I would bring him in to be backup.
To the backup.
That's why I said Onana, because I'm like, who better to learn from? And people don't get mistaken. I know they're slightly different, and Onana's nowhere near the level, but who's best to learn from? I would go and get Onana. Again, profile people. Technically, he's sound. Physically, he's a beast. So I'm like, okay, I like your attributes enough. When I watch you at Everton, I'm like, okay, there's enough there to work with. And he's young. So it's like, it's what it is like. So that's why I would go and get him. I would have the backup to That's why when I say squad players, I'm talking that your backup to Casemiro. And to man who said, would I sign Sabitzer? Yes. But he would be number 5 on the list. I've already said this on Casemiro.
I think he's done enough to show that he can.
The squad player. Absolutely. See when you mentioned it there, I see Madison. Balance is key. One of the players who you lot have seen, well, a lot of you lot would have seen if you're older, Eden Hazard was brilliant at that. What made Eden Hazard so good? His balance was exceptional. That's one thing I like about Madison. I'm not saying, and I would, Kojo, I would take up Paulino, 100%. One thing I like about Madison, balance. Lavia is another one, yes.
Lavia's Kojo, huh?
Lavia, Paulino, Onana, any of the names we've been linked with, I'm for.
Yeah, Lavia, I would definitely take Lavia.
Yeah,
Lavia wouldn't be too expensive either, like.
You don't think Southampton? Not if they get relegated.
I don't think exactly. There you go. And even so, I just don't think that Southampton. I think Southampton will flinch at a young 40, bruv.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I'm like, that's what the issues. And like I say, people, you don't take back to the game today. I've seen Bruno get caught twice just because he's not agile enough. How are you not agile? How am I older than you, do very little exercise, and have better agility than you? And you're a full-time professional. You get paid to do this. And because balance is something you can improve, people. You can improve balance. There's varying ways. 1 by just doing weights, 2 by just working.
Milner, say what you will about Milner. Man's all 38 or something. His balance is outrageous. Man, I know man's working on that. You know that one's there.
Giggs did it. Thiago Silva's a prime example. How's Thiago Silva getting quicker as he gets older?
How? Yes, man.
Man's lost no pace. I've been watching this guy for nearly 20 years. I'm like, you are not slowing down. You know what I'm saying? No matter who, like balance, comfortable on the ball, comfortable off the ball. And then you see man like Maguire, again, just not agile. It's like, what's going on? Hey, there's still over 100 of you lot locked in there. Have been for the majority. Let's bump up the likes, people. Bump up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell. Also, continue to get your questions in before we close out. Keep on Manchester United or Liverpool related. Of course, if you super chat, I get straight to them as well. And to Beijing Pops, I hear that there is poor sides in the Champions League. The point I was making when I was talking about United playing like they did against Sevilla yesterday is if we play like that against a good side, we will get beat like a Newcastle. Like even a Liverpool who have not been at their best, if they have quality to hurt you, they have enough. When they have a Mo Salah, you seen what he did. And that's a Mo Salah not at his best, but you have players of certain quality. We've seen what Newcastle did. We've seen what Fulham did. Even though we won the game, go back and watch that match. How they came to Old Trafford and popped us off the park for the entire game. We didn't get a kick the entire game. So that's what. So imagine you give a better side than Fulham that much of the ball. You will get smoked. You will be 3-0 down inside 35 minutes, potentially. That's what I'm concerned about. Champions League is the elite of the elite. We've seen a Bayern Munich side who ain't all that bad go to Manchester City and get bopped off the park, battered. And we ain't nowhere near the level of Bayern Munich. So what would happen to us over a 2-leg against City if we perform poorly don't improve? That's why it's vital that we improve. I'm not fooled by it. I keep saying this, I will push most of these players off a cliff. That's a metaphorical, not literally, people. Let me just clarify. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think they're good enough. The majority of them are squad players. The vast majority. I've said there's 4 players who should be starting. Legit, 4 out of a squad of 30. That's terrible. How's it not even 10% of the team? I'm like, yeah, you should start.
Yeah,
that's just over 10%, like 12%. And people are talking about going into the Champions League and competing for Premier Leagues. Like, what are we doing? We need to be very, 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 very wary. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, weren't you so flawless? Weren't you so confident versus Sevilla? Yes, and I'm still confident. I don't let one bad result change that. I'm still confident. Absolutely, yeah, Jez, you wilding. I don't let one bad result, underwhelming result, should I say.
What was the one you tried to do last time? Was it Sevilla you tried to do?
Nah, it was Roma. It was Roma. Innit? This guy being a prick, yo. It was Roma, innit? Well, they got beat today, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. They got
beat today. All that Roma hype, innit? Jose Mourinho hype. And he went and got packed in damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's it called, innit? I didn't even know what the game was like. Flawless, you think Casemiro had a poor game today? Yeah, he was poor today. He was. But why I give him a slight lie? It's his first game in a month. But Sunday and next week, Thursday, he needs to be on it because it's looking like no Varane, no Martinez, no Rashford. So it's on Casemiro and Eriksen, those two in particular, to stand up. They're the two.
Come on, Sevilla. Let's go. Let's go.
Never heard of Wirtz from Leverkusen C1. What position does he play? I've never heard of him. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what you lot are saying. Flawless McAllister is perfect in terms of balance on the ball. Saying what are you saying about McAllister? Fan? Not a fan? What do you think?
Big fan.
Okay.
Big fan before the hype. Like, I was a big fan when Casado was the poster boy. Mm-hmm. And I thought, yeah, we could come and take McAllister. Nice piece. Yo. And I went and won the bloody World Cup. I'm joking. So yeah, big fan, bro. I think he's intelligent. He's actually one of the ones that like is a crossover from what Klopp wants and what I want. He would work in a system that I would like to see played, and he would work in Klopp's system. He's energetic, he's hardworking, he's do you know what I mean? He's intelligent. He's a baller still. Yeah.
Not Fez, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been obviously a topic of conversation the past couple of weeks. Like, reports have come out, multiple clubs are supposedly interested in,
it's pissed me off now. When I was saying it, I was like, oh yeah, like he would be. You know, them ones there. I was like, yeah, like that. Now, he's like, it's gonna be big B's, bro, and bare man are on it. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's wish list, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll soon find out. To C1 as well, who said, Flawless, would you still taking Felix in the 10 if he's available in the summer? you wouldn't be first choice, and it's all about price point.
Felix will cook in your team in a 10,
a relevant price. You just, again, Sancho'd. Same shit. It's the same thing will happen.
No, but I think Felix
he's better, but
is better.
He would struggle.
Yeah.
He's better, but he'd struggle. Unless the problem I have with that is that Felix is alongside signings. I don't think a Maddison is alongside signings. I don't look at Ivan Toney and go alongside signings. Felix is alongside signings. That's the issue. Again, at the right price, of course, because he's better than Bruno. No doubt about it in that. But the concerns I had about João Felix when United were linked with him in January was what I'm seeing now. When I spoke about the lack of pace and power and being talented and being skills. And that's why he's got 2 goals in 14 matches. He's better than 2 goals in 14. But again, this league, man, it sucks from a footballer, like a footballing fan perspective who just likes football in its purest form in terms of skill and technique and technical ability. But it's an athlete's game, people.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell. I've been trying to tell man this. It's athletes.
It's athletes' game, man. It's runners, man.
And the thing is, this is why I want Klopp to move to try to get a different system, because we don't have the type of team set up to keep funding. You have to be more ruthless than Klopp is, and you have to be in a position to you're out, get the next one. Do you know what I mean? And keep funding, the recruitment has to be on it. That's how you do it. Do you see what I'm saying? And we don't have that. That's why I'm like, this is long. But you're very right. The game has moved to athletes, bro. A lot more athletes than it is technicians, man. I'm telling you.
What it's going to take is somebody to be successful at the highest level, playing with technicians, and there's very little PMP, and then everyone will switch to that mode.
They kind of do. They just don't have not everyone has the money to play like City don't rely on the PMP, but they have it. Just they got it sprinkled.
City in the best. Here's the thing: is they have it sprinkled, but let's not act if we look at their successful teams. When you look at Sterling, you look at Sane, you look at Gabriel Jesus, you look at Kevin De Bruyne. They're PMP. Kyle Walker, Diaz. These are pace and power.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne is PMP fam. He has technique. Kevin De Bruyne. What does he do? Pick up the ball, kick it and run at times. Dribble with it. Ball carrying. That's PMP, and he does it in a powerful manner as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's keep it real. If De Bruyne was my skin tone or your skin tone, he's getting called more PMP.
No, but that's that's not a good argument, because he's been that's just facts though, isn't it? That's just come on,
and that's
bro.
Again, people, that's no disrespect.
George Weah was getting called PMP, do you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
See, when you spit, Kevin De Bruyne is more PMP than people realize, because people were quick to call Yaya Toure PMP, which he is, but he was also a technician. That's why he was taking.
When you said it, that's why I was quiet. I was like, I guess you're right. To be fair, it's just because I just see him just as a pingers in it. Everyone's there.
Because it's not spoken about, and we all know why it's not spoken about on mainstream media. No disrespect to them, but we all know why it's not spoken about. Like I said, if he was my skin tone or Saints or C1s or Jesuits, he's getting talking about by Yaya Toure.
Yeah. That's big facts. That's big facts.
I'm saying same way if Mane at your club in his prime was you know what I'm saying, wasn't his skin tone and he was a lighter shade.
Yeah.
He would get talked. You know what we've spoken about? His intelligence.
He would get talked at, but I would personally be like, he's PM, because that's how I would look at it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I hear what
again, people, that's not a shot, because I'm saying it's much needed. You see it with Haaland. Haaland's pace and power. Great finisher. But
definitely. Oh, that I'm not gonna be like, huh?
Yeah.
Haaland is pace and power, bro.
Pace and power.
Haaland don't want none of the ball if he's not in the box, bro. He pass you the ball head down and he's off like a gazelle, bro. He's pace and power, bro. Are you dumb? And then we'll turn into an absolute ballet merchant in the box, bro, and caress the ball into the corner. How did you do that when you was running like some beast, bro? What's going on? This guy he's a cyborg, bro. I said, man, thing.
Man said, yo, he turns into a ballet dancer
It does,
in
bro.
the
You know what
box
I
with
mean? The
lovely
way
balance and that. Yo,
lawless
just caress the
balance
ball.
and just pirouette and just caress it. You were like, what? You was you was bolt 3 seconds ago from the halfway line. Man was bolt, like man was pushing man out the way. Man was an absolute beast, bro. And then now man is all doing a black swan and that, like blue swan man doing a blue swan in the box and that. Oh, bro. Haaland is, bro. Jesse is one of a kind, you know.
He is, yo, because I've seen him caress the ball, yo, after just being a madman, you know what I'm saying?
Madman, bro. Like, absolutely madman. How did you get the balance and the poise and you flipping madman?
Oh, jeez.
Nah, but yeah,
nah,
he is PMP without a
facts.
doubt.
And LFC for the double says, now that I think about it, I don't know a lot of white Premier League players that get called PMP because the majority of them don't, even when they are. It took me a minute with Kevin De Bruyne, and as skilled and technical as he is.
That's why you had me rattled for a bit, you know. You had me rattled for a bit. I was like, Kevin De Bruyne, really? Actually, you know what?
When you look at his game, the way he'll push the ball on the right hand side.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's Yaya Toure did that. For ironically, the same team.
If I'm gonna call Hazard PMP because of his explosiveness, then I have to. Then I get it. Do you know the ones there? Like, no, you're 100% right.
Hazard's another one. Until you've just said, I've never thought about was he PMP. But then again, it wasn't spoken about like that as much.
It wasn't spoken about, back then, yeah. But when you clock it, like you're like, no, he is, bro.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm saying. He was like Haaland, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? And that man would be aggressive and like direct and then get into the box and then man would be spinning, doing ballet moves and that. Yo, on one foot.
Mad, bro. Like, nah, yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
Oh, Jesus. Jess says opinion on getting linked to Gallagher now as well with Mount. Saint. That's from Jess. So yeah, Liverpool links to Mount and Gallagher. Thoughts?
Not that they're bad players, it's just underwhelming, isn't it? You know them ones there. It's always going to be underwhelming when you set yourself up like that. And I'm not just talking about Bellingham. I'm just talking about like all of the midfielders, and you end up with Gallagher and Mount. Like, but in all honesty, I actually don't think that they're bad acquisitions, especially for what Klopp wants. Do you know what I mean?
Like, just saying it's more profile thing.
It's more profile. Do you know them ones there? It's like really? Do you know what I mean? Like, but for Klopp's system, like I said, he needs new. Gallagher could easily try and be like a new Gini Wijnaldum-esque type. He has the intelligence for it. Do you know what I mean? We'll see if he has the engine, and do you know what I mean? And I've often said that Mount will be the new younger Henderson. So do you know what I mean? He's putting in place those things that worked for him, but ultimately, it's a bit like. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. No, I get what you're saying. And yeah, don't get mistaken, people. When we talk about, just to go back to the last conversation about pace and power, doesn't mean these men were technical. Like Hazard was super technical.
There is
super technical.
Dumb technical.
I'm saying technical. Yeah. Like, don't get mistaken, people. But we're just saying that that's also a part of it as well. You know what I mean? And someone mentioned it. I want to get to this actually. 1 second.
People think that's a slight when we're saying that. You know,
it's not a slight, people. It's not a slight. When I call a player pace and power, it's kind of like, yo, I've said verbatim.
That's what's needed.
That's the profile.
Right now,
that's what's needed, and that's the profile of one of my club. I said, yo, right back. Is he got pace and power? Yeah, get him to my football club. I don't know nothing about it. If I seen Frimpong tomorrow, I would walk past him. I wouldn't know his face.
If he's mad technical, man will have to see how he balls. Let me watch him. Like, you know,
people have been
man says
Frimpong.
Pace and power. Man says, yeah, bring him in it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, bring him. I was saying, because that's what's required. I seen Balde twice when we played Barcelona in the Europa League. I was like, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? I was like, who's this done? Get him. And I was like, yeah, he's 18, 19. I seen him run past Bruno, ironically, before I get to this question. I was like, all right, they're broke. Go get this left back. And that's just off seeing him of a profile, people. Like, he seemed good going forward, technically sound, pace and power.
Like, right now, I don't care what they're saying, bro, but you should be throwing money for Barella. Like, you should be just...
Are you a fan of Barella?
Yeah, and they need the peas, bro. Like, if you really was serious, like, he's their star. He's their star, so they're not gonna let him go for like. But if you were serious, if you actually were, do you know them ones there? Like, come on, man. These are the type of man that, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, but you go and like.
And Mohammed, who says, flawless, we know Bruno is not physical, it's not one of those players, but that's something you can improve on. This is why I don't give players a slight. So whether it's physical attributes, whether it's technical attributes, or whether it's mental attributes, you can improve all three. All three can be improved upon. You can improve physically. You can improve. We've laughed and joked about it. You can improve your balance. I watched a podcast where Rio Ferdinand spoke about going ballet. And he's like, yeah, my man them laughed at me, but he's like, it helped me.
That's why I said it. It was a half a joke, but like boxers go ballet and
exactly. You know what I'm saying? You can skip. You know what I'm saying? That improves your balance and agility. In terms of strength, you can weight train. So that's why when people are like, oh, players are not physical, we've seen players physically like bolster up. Look what Gareth Bale did. Look at what Cristiano Ronaldo did. Look at what Gareth Bale did. Two of the best players of recent times.
Look at Trent. Look at Trent, bro. What the hell?
So you can improve physically. That's why I'm not hearing you can't. You, like my boy JV said, you work at a gym. You have nothing stopping you from physically beasting up.
Look at Mohamed Salah, brother. Look at my man. These aren't big. We're not talking about big guys. We're talking about
just get toned.
Just get toned. Get more muscle. Do you get what I'm saying? Get more physical. Like, come on, man.
That's it. Just become more physical. And then in terms of the technical attributes, again, you train. You can improve. You can improve your first touch. I'm not saying it's going to be like Ronaldinho.
I think that's the hardest. I think of all of them, I think technically to the levels as well that is needed, that is the hardest one. That
first touch.
It can be thingy.
It can be. Sorry to cut you off. What people need to realize is heading is under technique. So you can improve your aerial ability. If you're an attacker, you can improve in the air. Of course you can. I'm saying, go out there with one of the coaches and train every day. Passing, you can improve. Right foot, like all this thing. Oh, a player no good. Why are you not good with both? Why are you not at least competent with your weaker foot? Why? You have all day, every day, pretty much, to train on your weaker foot. Why can I go cages or Saint could go cages and find man who are 2-footed, but a professional footballer is not?
That works. That works at Tesco, bro. Playing ball part-time, bro. Like, you know them ones there. You're doing up. Come on, man. You're doing up COD and pro clubs. Like, bro, like,
yeah,
it doesn't make no sense.
It makes no sense. Like, so even technique, like first touch, like playing with your back to goal, becoming press resistant and things like all these type of things. You can. I'm not saying you become elite at them all. I'm saying you can become competent.
100.
At least you can go from being a 2 out of 10 at them things a 5 out of 10. Is what I'm saying. Crossing, like all types of mental attributes as well. I'm going to be more aggressive in certain situations. Yeah, man. Jersey said it. Dedication. I'm saying, how much do you want to work to be better? Like, that's what it is.
Like Ronaldo, again, is not like Messi is, and whoever's a stan of either, cool. But I think if you're not a footballer that's honest, you'd be like don't chat shit in it. Like, Messi is just the God-given talent in it. Do you know them ones there? Not to say he didn't have to work hard, just in straight ball. Do you know what I'm saying? But the dedication that Ronaldo has had to, not to say that his skill level weren't high anyways, but I don't think that he was just a God-given, do you know what I mean?
Naturally talented.
Naturally talented. And the dedication to now look at, that just shows you, do you know what I mean? At the highest level. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so like, it's, come on, man. Like, it can be done. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. So. It can be done. And that's all I'm asking for people is players to be dedicated and improve. So that's why I don't hear back to the comment from Mohammed when he said, oh, Bruno's not a physical player. You can improve your physical attributes if you really want to. I'm not saying you have to look like a Dama Traore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm saying at least improve. You know what I'm saying? So you look muscular, it helps. You know what I'm saying? Improve your balance, whether it's ballet or yoga. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Giggs spoke on that in depth. I'm saying about
young
doing
Pilates,
yoga.
Man. Do you know what I mean?
Pilates class, innit? Go with your woman, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
go do the Pilates thing and that. Like,
the young Pilates, the young downward dog, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Sort your life out, man.
But yo, saying anything, still over 120 of you lot locked in. We are gonna close out. Big up to you lot, you know, over 120.
Love. You know what?
Saying,
like the reception this show gets as well, it's humbling, man. So like, I love, man, and you already know the work rate that Flawless puts in, so it's nothing new. But come on, man, love everyone that's been inside. It's like, I say cut short. It's been an hour and a half. Well, to be fair,
yeah, man, it's
not even really that short. But yeah, man has to dip quickly. But love everyone that's inside. Please run those lights up. If you haven't liked, just like on your way out in it. Like it's liked, you know, them ones there. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Man, get me Arsenal fans. I'm back home now. Do you get it? Like I had to just show you, had to relax a little piece. You get it? Well, I'm back now. Let's win this league. Let's go. Get me.
This guy. Actually, before you go quickly, who have you got for the league? Who have you got for the league? Do you think that swayed it in City's favour, or you still got Arsenal?
It's always been City for me.
It's
always like knowing the inevitable. You know, them ones there. Like I've danced with the devil. Do you know? I've done the 2-step with the devil. I know his rhythms. Do you know them ones there? So it's like I know how good these guys are, but my heart is just with Arsenal, bro. Like you know them ones there. Like man, need to do it. You will stop the treble for them, man, and just man. Just you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not now. I've always deep down known that
they just on smoke.
They just on smoke, bro. Like on smoke, bro. Like do you know what I mean? So it's outrageous. So yeah.
I hear that, man. I hear that. Hey, Marcel, big up for the super sticker as well. Like I said, I'll no longer be missing super chats because I can always just check the super chat column now. So big up to StreamYard, man. They growing as well.
For real.
Well, yeah, we're back, people. Obviously, I was going to say tomorrow, technically today, Man United podcast. So myself and Eddie, I'm sure we'll be answering more questions in regards to what happened against Sevilla. Obviously, the Nottingham Forest game. It won't be at 4:30 though, people. It'll be later on. So it'll be like 8:30 p.m. UK time. Then 11 p.m. you'll get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the YouTube and then the Twitch. Obviously, with the NBA playoffs starting Saturday. So the NBA playoffs start Saturday. Myself and the rest of the gang will be all doing a playoff preview. So courtside commentary podcast, playoff preview, where all of the panelists will be giving their predictions for all the matchups, both Eastern Conference and Western Conference as well. So make sure you tune into that. That's on the Twitch though, people. We already did the play-in preview, so make sure you go check that out on the Twitch as well. And it's available on all social platforms as well. But love to everyone in the comment section. All the new people, all the regulars, you know what I'm saying, all the members, love to you lot. This show you'll get is every Tuesday, people. But that being said, because Chelsea are playing Real Madrid next week, Tuesday, we'll move this to the Wednesday. Well, normally it'll be here Tuesdays. But anyways, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bells, and then you'll know when me and Saint go live anyway. I'm saying we're going to keep the show on the road. Large up, Jez. I see you lot. Big up. This has been the Manchester United Liverpool show, Man United analysis at Anfield on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.